Dogo. Me learn how these people make money. Okay.
Haiti. Good morning.
Ni good morning, people of Kenya. How are you? This is your host, Tuku Moita. It's a new, brand new day, the second day of April. The year is 2026, and I'm happy today, this morning. The Lord is good, our Savior. And as we all say, this is the Lord that He has given. Hey, this is the day that the Lord has given to us.
Sure.
So we shall live and rejoice in it. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. You can see a number running down there. Please feel free to engage in the conversation and join us as we talk about this country called Haiti. Haiti is one of the places that most of the people, even children nowadays, know Haiti. I personally did not know much about Haiti. I still do not know much about Haiti, but it's a conversation that has been roaming from one corner to the other end of this country. And I wonder why we are still there, me and a few million other Kenyans, except for one thing that I assured you in this show, that you're going to host the experts who know more about stuff than we do. And that is the only way we can unwrap every news that goes on in this country. I believe it's only fair that each and every Kenyan gets to know about things that are going around in this topic. We might speak at random, and Haiti is one of those things that is so mongrel. Eh, tuliletewa if there is one thing Kenya Kwanza walitufunza in this country, it's the word about mongrel, and we are going to use it to maximumity. So yes, so this Haiti thing has been so mongrel that we need to understand it, and it is only in Imagine Nairobi. Yesterday, a friend of mine told me, why do you keep telling us to imagine Nairobi? Imagine Nairobi is not the full context of the word. I'm telling you, this podcast is called Imagine Nairobi. It is the only place you're going to find the kind of brains that we had yesterday. You remember that guy, Mr. Maloma? That is the expert that I've introduced to you today to unwrap this Haiti thing. It's a mystery for everyone. Mr. Maloma.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You feeling good?
Perfect.
The holiday starts today. It's a holiday plus weekend.
I think so. It's a Friday that lasts for around 7 days, and it sounds so good.
You're good, Lakini?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yesterday was fire.
It was almost fire.
Fire, see fire.
And now we are here now to fire it up.
To fire it up again.
Sure.
So, Mr. Maloma.
Yes, sir.
There's this thing that has been very, I wouldn't say hectic, but it's been very mongrel.
Yes.
Let me say mongrel.
Yes.
You understand mongrel?
Sure.
It's been very mongrel for most of us. Mm-hmm. So please, could you maybe tell us a bit about Haiti? We understand Kenya, and we understand our soldiers.
Yes.
We understand our police force that went there.
Sure.
Could you briefly just tell us about
Haiti?
Yes.
Thank you for this opportunity to be here with you the next day. That is the second day of being hosted by one of the greatest people that I've ever met in this industry.
Thank you very much.
I'm proud to be associated with people like you. Haiti, it's a conversation that we cannot have in about 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, or 12 hours. It is something that is, it has roots that date back from 1800. That is the problems and the challenges we are trying to sort out in Haiti currently. These are historical problems. These are historical challenges. Because if you look at Haiti, this is the first African country. We call them African country because they are black. And they are the first black people that earned independence in the whole world. These are the people who take pride that even the people who are fighting in Africa to be able to gain their independence, they were drawing inspirations from Haiti. And they are called Africans because they are divergent people who found themselves in Haiti as slaves running across East Africa, West Africa, Central Africa, and Southern Africa, and the northern parts of Africa that brought them together in one country now that is called Haiti. So these people, they have been colonized more than 3 times. They fight, that is in the 18th century, and they defeat the French, and by that time the French was having a very serious army led by someone called Napoleon, who they praised themselves, used guerrilla tactics and warfare, and they were able to win that war. So that from there they drove away the French from their country. These are slaves. These are people who don't own a country, but they said enough is enough. And they motivated every other African country to be able to come on board so that they can draw inspirations from them as they fight for their independence. They come in around 1817, 1818. The French are coming back. They begin to tell them, look, you've that is 1817. That we had people who invested in slavery from your country, but you drove them away and took their slaves. That is during the war and the earning of independence, and they invaded their country the second time. You've come in around 1917, the United States of America now doing what they do better. They decide to come in and invade the country and then take charge of the country, hold the country ransom. And I think from 1917, that is where the problems of Haiti started. Because Haiti, from the 200 years of independence that they have had from 1804, they have never been given full autonomy, full power to be able to operate as a country. So the people who have been invading the Haiti people, and the people who have been purporting to offer them help, and the people who have been purporting to be good to them, they have created a problem. That you create a problem today, then tomorrow you are more wiser, and you can easily get a solution of a problem you have created. And this is exactly what is happening in Haiti, because if a country invades you today, and then tomorrow they begin to tell you, you know, we are going to offer you an aid, we have come here because our intentions is to help you. So it has made the Haiti people be in a survival mode, a mode of fighting, because you gain independence in 1904. In 1804, in 1817, the enemy is coming back. In 1835, there is another enemy who has cropped up and is feeling like you have a strategic asset, which is arable land, fertile land that produces harvests that are unimaginable, land that is so fertile that it drives a person from the United States of America, from the French army, to be able to come in and invade that land. And the problem they have suffered is because of how can an African person fight people who think they are the owners and imaginers of civilization and defeat them as early as 1804. So they have been punished all this time. In their 200 years, they have never had self-reliance as a country. In 1917, US invades the Haiti people, and it takes away even gold reserves from their central bank, and tells them, look, you know, you have no capacity to be able to manage this currency. So we are going to manage it from the United States of America. We are telling you that, look, Maduro has a problem with your oil. So we are taking him out so that we can help you people of Venezuela to be able to benefit from this oil. But at the end of the day, as you take Maduro, the oil that you said is going to be able to help a Venezuelan, this oil, it is the US that is trading. How will you ascertain the profit and the sales that have been made from the oil? And it's exactly what the US was doing to Haiti. So Haiti fights through, and then it comes in where now there is the external forces that is funding splinter groups in the same country, that is telling them, look, if you settle down and be peaceful, we will not get what we want to get from you. So it has to position them in a way that there is no time they are settling. So they fund one group to be able to bring chaos, and then come in as people who are bringing an aid. And the problem escalates in 2010, where now Haiti is undergoing a challenge of a catastrophic earthquake. And people are coming in to be able to bring some aids and what have you, and UN is coming in to say, look, there is no peace in this place, and we have to put up a camp to be able to help these people. In the same spirit where these people have never been left to operate on their own, they brace themselves for a reflection and a rejection of whatever the UN, the French people, the United States, that is the oppressor, coming in to tell you that we are coming to bring a peacekeeping mission. And then you have people, soldiers, who are coming, meaning to give you an aid. So they have cultivated a mindset of a person who sees a foreigner and knows the oppressor is knocking at my door. Here comes the conman. Here comes the descendants of Napoleon. Here comes the descendants of Bill Clinton, who sanctioned the sale of rice in 1994 in Haiti. Here comes the descendants of a president by the name, in 1935, they had a president who was backed by the US, who became rogue, like Mobutu Sese Seko, and was backed by the United States of America because he was against the policies of the Soviet Union because of the Cold War. So anytime the US could see you being a repellent of the USSR, you become their friend. Whether you are doing what is right or not right, as long as you align with their policies, they will support you. And they support this person to the end. So Haiti is they have more of a problem of an of a gene growing in resistance because of the historical injustice that has been committed by the French, United Nations that is supposed to protect them, and the United States of America, which is the biggest oppressor of Haiti, because we believe they are Africans and they have no power nor autonomy to operate on their own.
So now, Mr. Maloma,
Yes, sir.
from what you're explaining, I'm getting this sense that this gang in Haiti,
Yes.
it's more of a freedom fighting organization than it is a gang destroying its own country. It feels like people who mobilized each other to come together and fight for their rights.
I don't think so. It's the environment that they have been subjected to while they nurture their country, because as we grow children in our home states, sometimes you will beat your child today, tomorrow, the third day, he or she will have no problem making a mistake because he knows the only thing he will do is to beat her up and then the case is closed. So these are people who have cultivated a nature whereby they know no one can give them self-reliance. Because if a foreign power can come into your country and organize assassination of a president in the name of a gang, and then after organizing assassination of a president, they do not still give you liberty. By the way, the constitution of Haiti that was existing, that was prohibiting the foreigners from owning land in Haiti, was amended by the United States of America, prepared in the United States of America by United States Secretary of State, and then presented to Haiti so that they are allowed to allow foreigners to buy land in their own country. So they know.
Within Haiti themselves.
Yes, sir.
Would you say the people are in support of this gang? Because I feel this gang is not an international, it's not an outside force.
Yes.
It's a force within.
Yes.
Do majority of people of Haiti support this gang?
They can't support a gang because at the end of the day, these people, they want peace and they want a flow of procedure.
Okay.
But at the same time, again, they ask themselves, even if we don't want this gang, they are going to bring us another gang. So even if you are not for this gang, someone is going to mobilize a UN security mission, especially the one conducted in 2004, that is coming to rape our women here. It's coming to do all sorts of so they are either using a gang on the ground, or they are going to mobilize another gang in the name of a peacekeeping mission that is going to perform exactly a replica of what this gang is undertaking right now.
You see, the reason why I'm asking you that is because this gang in Haiti
Yes, sir.
has demobilized the government. It's literally shut down the government, the operations of the government, and it's taking over the country.
Yes.
So I feel the only way to do that is for you to have a large enough army
Yes.
that overpowers the government. So it means the larger portion of that country is with the gang. Because I'm trying to look at a situation where this country in particular is Kenya.
Yes.
In 2024, we had the largest riots in this country.
Sure.
But still the government came up on top. So I'm thinking for any group to overpower the government, it means it has the goodwill of the people.
Sure.
Yes. So what's your take on that?
I think you're very right, because one, it depends with how is this gang armed, because like the one in Kenya, this was armed with most of them handkerchiefs. Then the ones that were armed and were goons, they had only machetes and what have you. But now in Haiti, we are talking about a gang that is armed with even weapons that some of the peacekeeping missions cannot access.
Do not have.
So it